She immediately spun around at the stunning voice, and upon hearing the hideous creature known as Discord, she stepped back, and as soon as she set eyes on him, he knew what she felt. He had been seeing that look a million times. There was one thing he had most feared of seeing on her daughter's face: disgust. Her eyes narrowed, as she took an impulsive bite of pistachios. "What in Lucretia are you?" Her voice was as soft and beautiful as he imagined, but that tone was hidden behind her letters flares in anger. "My name is—" He could hardly speak as he stared at him. At that look, his worst nightmare was known quickly becoming reality. "The Discord. I've been watching you, and all I can say—" "You've been watching me?" She snapped as her hate was full of voice, flashing at him, hurting far more than any look ever could. "Yes, but you're so beautiful. The most beautiful mirror I have seen." Spoken his words, did nothing to swear. Every passing second she seemed to grow even more sick and angered by his presence. "Disgusting to think a creature like you has been stalking me." That word broke his heart. And from that moment he knew she would never understand. He was so stupid to think she would. So mad to think that someone could ever love someone as ugly as him. I love you, Precious. You want to know in vain attempt? What about the flowers that he dreamed would have made her welcome back? She slapped the flowers out of his claw. The bouquet landed to the sandy storm of hate and pain. In the final act, I broke the last of his heart. She crushed it with her hoof, grinding them once, beautiful flowers, into the coarse sand. "Get away from me, you monster." With that she took off in the sky, flying across the waves and into the sunset. Discord stood motionless as he watched her fly by, all of his hopes and dreams of happy life gone with her. With a roar of fury he sprang away from the painful beach and retreated back into the forest. Instead of usually nibbling moments past branches and overgrowth, he merely charged right through him. Like a raging bull, he finally stopped when he arrived at the clearing. Not being able to take it any longer, he collapsed against the floor and leaped. The one glimmer of hope he had in his life was gone. The thought that maybe he could have been with Tricia, that stunning mirror, like her, could love a creature such as him, all gone, just dust and wind. He pounded his fist against the ground, weeping his eyes out, as his heart was torn to pieces. But was it fair? He, who had never felt any real happiness in life, was being subject to this. The very word itself, had rejected him. In the vain attempt, he hid away in the forest. But even there, here, alone, he couldn't find source. That one he knew Gracia hated him. "Get away from me, monster!" That was nothing. That was all. He was nothing but a monster. A creature born from ill, never to experience any ounce of happiness or bliss. He was left alone, for that's all a creature of his parents deserved. "No, it's not me," is this cruel world? An odd voice echoed through his mind. It was so distant and unfamiliar that he glanced around the forest, wondering if in fact someone was watching. They were the ones at fault, all those well-off alicorns sitting in their places suffering in line. He realized now. But that voice, in fact, was his own thoughts, calling, screaming from the deepest part of his mind, and soon consumed him and all his purest desires. She deserved to die. Pain and crying turned to anger, and the voice was right. It wasn't fair that he lived like this, while ruling alicorns with perfect, peaceful lives. In a fit of anger and hate, he crawled at a nearby tree and snapped eagle tongue, effortlessly digging deep wounds into the fake bark that he did it again and again and again until the tree was nothing but a seared vision of his former self. His intense weeping turned to laughter as he finally understood what to do. He wasn't going to hide away from the world, hoping that alone would find happiness. No, there was one true option. He did not fit in the order that the alicorns had created. He was never fit in. He was useless trying. I'll show her, monster. Discord hissed as he martially grinned from the front legs. I'll show them all. And when creation is looking and crying at my feet, and when she begs me to show mercy, I'll give her. And with a merry chuckle, Discord raised his paw and awakened the powers he had hidden away for so long. The medical tree in front of him burst on the ground, roots and all, and with a swing of his arm, it flew across the clearing and smashed the rest of the forest. He laughed as the trees fell around him, biting, crushing, singing birds, weaving, leaves alike, flying in panic. It was so chaotic, and he loved every second of it. He discovered his reality-bending powers long ago. Well, he kept them locked up and hidden to the world. He was already labeled as a freak and a monster. And such weird powers would only set him on power to far. So, he never used them. Often even forgot he had such abilities. So, with more wicked laughter, he picked up several more trees, gained as he set them flying and crashing about. This is just the start. Just you wait, Crescia. You'll see a new monster. And as the forest fell around him, and the storms surrounded the wood, a true monster was born. A monster of chaos.